Hi guys, it's Ivor here and welcome back to my channel. And today, as you already know from the title, this is how you should charge as an influencer, and also you can sort of gauge how much do I earn as influencer too. Yes, and this video also would help like small businesses or businesses out there who wants to reach out to influencers. So you as a business owner would know how to budget around your influencer marketing. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, so first of all, for those who don't know me, just a little bit of background about myself. I started TikTok 2 years ago, and here and there I Instagram Reels and YouTube. I've been doing YouTube, but it's just really hard to build. But yeah, mainly for TikTok and IG Reels, and I do mostly travel and food reviews content. I can't tell you exactly what rate you should be charging, but there is a very good guidelines that I saw one of the TikTokers just posted here. You can just check this out here. But hold on, you should not be charging according to the dollars because it's different, because you can't just compare. So example, if your followers are at 100k, you should be charging around like 1 to 2,000k dollars. But you shouldn't be converting, because if you convert to example Malaysian ringgit, it should be like 6,000, which is not really ideal for the agencies out there, because they also have to go according to the market rate. So here's the process of how influencers work with brands. So for me, I will randomly get brands emails or like Instagram DMs or WhatsApp messages from the different agencies that I work with. They just pass around my numbers. So they will send you a whole message like, oh, I've got this campaign, the deadline is when, and what do you have to promote, and when is the event date, when do you have to post, and how much. Sometimes they will state how much. So the negotiation stage is really important, because you gotta think about the event date and also the posting timeline. Like what if they only give like 3 days to complete a video, or the next day? And some of the brands, they're quite chill about it. You can just post like 1 or 2 weeks after. And for me, I have TikTok and Instagram Reels and also YouTube, but mostly TikTok and IG Reels. And how I charge is based on different platforms. Oh, I also have Xiaohongshu and Douyin for the Chinese platforms, where I got Mandarin editor just to edit and transcribe my videos. So the base rate should be your main platform, and if the brands want to sync to other platforms, you got a different rate according to your followers and engagement. Okay, one of the brands set a benchmark rate on their own that I spoke to one of the person in charge. Okay, this is how the agencies look at the engagement. So it should be $0.05 or ringgit cent per view. So you can just times 0.05 times if you have an average views of 50,000, because what the brand's ultimate goal at the end is engagement, right? No matter how many followers you have, they will look at your average engagement. So here are the few factors that you need to consider when you come up with a rate as an influencer. If you're still starting out as an influencer and a content creator, I feel you so much. I understand like how complicated it is. You don't know what rate you should be charging, because at first when I started TikTok like 2 years ago, I had no idea how much should I charge. And especially in Malaysia, there are still a lot of creators that they don't know how to charge. And when I found out some of the creators that I met at the events, their rates are like so much different from mine. Okay, I'm just talking about the videos, because now it's a very digital video era. Everyone's asking for videos, campaigns. So you gotta think about, the first factor is you gotta know what is your content. What's your niche content that some other creators don't have? Because it's like a mind game. So the brand will come up to you. For example, the brand that has a similar theme as your content. Like for example, I do food content, and then another food restaurant would ask me for a sponsor. This is quite aligned to my content, right? So it may not be disadvantage to me, because it's sort of my organic content, because we don't want to seem like it's a sponsored content. It's like very forced, out of place, out of my niche content. It's like another brand that's like selling massage chair that isn't my brand, isn't what my personal brand is about, like food. Then I think you should charge higher, because this part is so crucial, because it will discredit your credibility to your audience. Like, wait, isn't she a foodie content girl? Why is she suddenly like reviewing this massage chair that we didn't sign up to? So these are the things that you need to think about. Like, so what are the things that a brand wants you to do that isn't your organic content, and it may be bad to your audience? When it's not your usual content, I think you should charge higher, because it's you gotta think about how the content, you need extra brain power just to think about how to be aligned with your personal branding at the same time, on the same page as the brand. Second thing is exclusivity. So after you got a base rate from the guidelines based on your followers and engagement, you got to think about the exclusivity, because now the brand competitors, big brands are really sensitive about creators getting a direct competitors content. So they want to make sure that you're exclusively promoting the content for like 1 or 2 months. So this is where we charge the exclusivity rate. For example, like McDonald's say like you cannot take any fast food brands that's similar to ours, like burgers or something. You cannot be posting promotional videos about this for 1 or 2 months. That is where you don't get any other sponsors. Like what if you're losing all the money or the rates that you should be charging other promotion brand? For me, I would charge another video rate based on 1 month. It's because of that brand, I couldn't take up another competitor brand. So I'm losing a video now, but I'm really doing like charitable work, because the 1 whole month I'm not even taking any other brands. And the miscellaneous charges like the transport fees and reshooting. I charge for reshooting because you guys, I already told you, like before shooting and guidelines, everything, I would tell the brands that okay, for this base rate, you're only entitled for 2 minor amendments. I've already given you the storyline and you approve it, and then the 2 minor amendments for free. And then suddenly like the brand decided to amend the whole thing, like that isn't from the approved storyline. That's when you charge the reshooting fees. I don't know about you, I charge like 10% because like sis, reshooting the whole thing, that means I have to go to the same place, wear the same shirt, do the same reaction. Is like another thing. So a lot of creators that I know, they don't charge reshooting, but you guys have to, because it's really a hassle when everything has been approved, but suddenly you guys change your mind, like all the brands change their mind. So this is all to reduce the change of mind of the brand. It's making your life easier. Once you got the DM, the second stage is to agree on the rate. Like some of the brands, they will lowball you, but be brave, guys. You gotta counter the rate that you have. This stage is so important to negotiate the rate, because you gotta think about the timeline. So once you guys agree with that rate, you move on to brief stage, where the brands will send you another brief. And the next thing is to come up with a storyline before you shoot, because you want to avoid revision and reshooting before you actually edit the whole thing, and suddenly they say, oh, I don't like this. Sis, we already agree on the storyline. So that's the thing that you can hold against the brand. You say, you already approved my storyline, do you want to pay shooting fees? That's it. You know, that's what you do. You gotta charge rush fees, guys. A lot of creators don't charge for that. I charge for that because like sis, you want me to come up with a video within 24 hours with voiceovers and the text, everything, you gotta pay extra, because it's a lot of hard work. Next add-on that a lot of creators don't really add on is the digital usage rights. So imagine a brand like your video and they say like, oh, can I boost your video on my platforms, blah, blah, blah. When they say boosting, that is, they're gonna use your assets. If you don't know about intellectual property, like every videos or every posting that you put on social media, that is a digital usage created by you. You are the owner. So the copyrights, everything belongs to you. So now the brand is asking that if they can boost your video on their platforms. So that means you're borrowing your digital rights as a copyright owner to boost and generate more revenue to them. So tell me, is it fair that you not charge? For me, I actually did a research on the article, like you should be charging at least 70% or above. And for me, I charge per platform and per month, because different platforms generate different revenue. And if you understand the whole digital marketing, the video contents now are the ones that help brands to grow and get more sales. So please, please, please read the contract, like especially the digital usage rights. I'm sure all the agreements always have the freaking sneaky clause that they have that says, oh, the digital usage rights belong to the brand. Girl, don't sign that shit. If you ever receive this kind of contract, you can ask the brand if you can add a little disclaimer at the bottom of the paragraph to say, oh, this content of ownership still belongs to the creator. Otherwise, they would just put this blindly in the agreement and all the creators had to follow. So, yeah. just let the brand know that I'm not comfortable with this. If you can use that, but provided that you be adding on data usage rights fee to me. Okay, be smart, guys. But Ivor, what if I really like the brand, this is my dream brand to work with, but I really don't know how to negotiate the fee with them? Babes, the best negotiating skill is to not be afraid to lose an offer. You know what? I used to worship some of the brands, like the big brands, really much before I started content creating. But now, after like getting the opportunity to work with them, I just realized, wait, they're not that great either. They may be expensive, but some of the brands are just not worth it. Like the quality and the people behind it, it's just a lot of things that I cannot tell. But just don't worship any brands and set your expectation low as possible. I lost my faith in big brands when a small business bag brand paid for my full rates, while the big ass famous brand bag couldn't pay my rate because of exposure. They pay me exposure. So don't be blinded by all the big brands. Just like give them their rates, be confident, and don't be afraid to lose an offer, because there'll be more offers. Just keep focusing on your content, okay? If the brands want you to put the link in bio, charge per week. So the summary is you have a base rate and then a lot of add-ons like link in bio, and then the boosting rights, data usage right per month per platform, and then the rushing fees. If they want you in 1 day or 3 days, 1 or 3 days have a different rate, and 7 to 14 days have different rates, and different platforms like transport fees. But Ivor, some of the brands just invited me to events and they say they don't have budget to pay for the events. And event appearance fee per hour if they want you to be there, and they'll be taking photos of you, so for sure. So charge the event appearance. Okay, for this one, you gotta be quite chill about it, because some of the brands, they make PR events just to survey the creators, see if they vibe and the chemistry between the creators and the brand. So as much as I love money, I would still go to the PR events, like the free non-paid PR events, just so I can build relationship and connection with the brand. So these are the things that you need to spend your time to mingle and, you know, create your brand. And you know what, somehow some of the non-paid events that I've been to actually landed me some good brand campaigns. So you gotta hustle and meet people, guys. So that's all the information that I know, and I hope all the content creators out there who don't know how to charge, or some small businesses don't know how much a content creator charge, I hope you understand from all these videos and learn something about it. And don't be afraid to stand your ground, okay?